We spent some time on the West Coast, and then we came over to the Canadian Rockies. I wanted to come over here for a while. It's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. I didn't actually expect for it to be this beautiful. The Bow Valley is fantastic. We climbed at a number of the limestone areas, and then we also got to check out this quartzite area here, Lake Louise, again in an incredible setting. We also had an opportunity to check out a crag, Planet X, that's a towering cliff, really beautiful streaked limestone. Climbing style of Planet X was so weird. I think I kept complaining to Scott that there weren't holds anywhere and there weren't climbs anywhere, that there were just bolts going up the wall, and they had all lied to me about there being routes. But it was cool to try and climb on the style there, and the route that kind of drew my attention was called Kurgo, and it's a 14A on the left side of the Planet X wall, nice and long, probably 100 feet or so, and half of the route or so is a difficult power endurance, very compression based crux. It's very go-y, you have to skip a clip, and I enjoyed climbing on it. As soon as I figured out what to do, which took quite a bit of effort, then I knew kind of what it was going to take to get to the top, and then punch it to the end. It was cool. It was a great route. We spent one day at Assophale, and the climbs I did there I was actually really impressed with, and I really enjoyed. So that'd be an area that I'd like to return to. It's short, really bouldery. It suits boulders, I'm sure, very well. And the style there is just kind of just brutal and in your face. Routes feel difficult because they pack a lot of difficulty into a short amount of climbing. The quality of the rock there is great, and it's a beautiful cliff. I was really inspired by a wall to the right of kind of all the classic routes like Existence and Endless Summer and those. And I think the wall is called the Asphalt, or the Pavement, which is appropriate. And I tried a route there, Scott Milton and Tony Lamprecht route called the Unknown Stuntman. It opens with like pretty difficult and really fingery boulder problem. Great movement, really powerful, and then you get quite a mellow section through the middle, and then it ends with like a crazy, stupid human trick, kind of one of those faith moves, you know? And that move actually spit me off on my red point attempt, which is something of a bummer, but I was able to get on and give it a Hail Mary effort and go to the top, so I was excited. Lake Louise is another area I've always wanted to see, partly because it's scenery, the landscape here is incredible. Did a couple super classic 511s, they were awesome, I mean, be great at any crag. And then I got to check out this newer route here that I actually very much enjoyed climbing on. It was cool, really thin and technical, great movement and interesting body position. It's a cool line. I had a good time, for sure. I think probably 13 plus, somewhere in there, 13D maybe, 13C, something like that. Compared to the old school routes at Assophale, it felt pretty easy.
Calling me a sandbagger?
Oh yes, I'm calling Scott Milton a sandbagger. But it wouldn't be the first time. In the Canadian Rockies, you have to strap on your hiking boots for sure, and getting to the crag is not an easy task, which I'm totally cool with. I love getting out and hiking, and I actually prefer a hike, but I'm starting to feel like I could use maybe 2 or 3 days of just kind of sitting on my butt a little bit. Get the power back before we try and check out the hoop here down in Utah.